The United States and the Philippines have just unveiled a landmark agreement. By 2027, the U.S. will establish its largest military installation in the Philippines. This isn't just another base, it's a bold signal of shifting power in the Indo-Pacific. Announced in joint press conferences in Washington and Manila, leaders called it a new era for their alliance, aiming to ensure a free and open Indo-Pacific. For decades, the U.S. presence in the Philippines has been controversial, especially after the closure of major bases in the 1990s. Now the return marks the most significant U.S. military expansion in Southeast Asia in over 30 years. The base will put American forces at the heart of the South China Sea, a region vital to global trade and fraught with tension. This move is a calculated geopolitical play, watched closely by every nation with a stake in Asia's future. The timing is crucial. After years of fluctuating ties, this agreement cements a long-term partnership. It's more than a temporary arrangement. It's a permanent symbol of U.S. resolve and Philippine partnership. The world is watching to see how this bold move will reshape the region. The implications for trade, diplomacy, and the balance of power are immense. The stage is set for a new chapter in the Indo-Pacific. The new base will rise at Subic Bay, a site with deep military roots. Subic Bay on Luzon's west coast is a natural deep-water harbor, once the largest U.S. overseas base. From the Spanish-American War through the Cold War, Subic was a linchpin of American power in the Pacific. Its closure in 1992 symbolized a push for Philippine sovereignty. Now, the return of U.S. forces is a historic full circle. After the U.S. left, Subic thrived as a free port, but its strategic potential remained. The old shipyards and runways will be revitalized for 21st century security needs. Subic's location is more critical than ever, just over 100 nautical miles from the contested Scarborough Shoal. A fully operational base here means rapid response to South China Sea incidents. This proximity offers unmatched deterrence and quick deployment. The choice of Subic Bay is a clear decision to project power where it matters most. History and strategy converge at Subic once again. The main reason for this move is China. Beijing's assertive claims and militarization in the South China Sea have turned disputes into existential threats for the Philippines. The U.S.-Philippines Mutual Defense Treaty demands credible deterrence, something a distant force can't provide. A major base at Subic Bay means the U.S. can respond swiftly to any aggression. It's also about protecting global commerce. 1/3 of maritime trade passes through these waters. The base ensures freedom of navigation and secures vital trade routes. This is part of a broader U.S. strategy, integrated deterrence with allies like Japan, Australia, and South Korea. Subic Bay will be a hub for joint patrols, intelligence sharing, and military exercises. The goal is a security network strong enough to deter any attempt to change the status quo by force. Subic Bay's new base will be a multi-domain, state-of-the-art facility. The deepwater port will host everything from submarines to aircraft carriers, enabling rapid U.S. power projection. The nearby QB Point airfield will be modernized for F-35s, bombers, drones, and maritime patrol aircraft. These assets will provide air superiority and round-the-clock surveillance over the South China Sea. The base will be a logistics hub, repairing, resupplying, and sustaining U.S. and allied forces close to the action. Efficient logistics mean longer, more effective operations without relying on distant supply lines. Crucially, the base will foster joint U.S.-Philippine operations, with shared training and patrols. This collaboration will boost the Philippines' defense capabilities and self-reliance. Subic Bay will be the backbone of a stronger, more integrated regional defense. The new base will reshape the region's security and politics. For the Philippines, it's a boost to defense and the local economy, but also raises questions about sovereignty and risk. Critics warn it could make the Philippines a target in a U.S.-China conflict. For China, it's a direct challenge. Expect increased military posturing and rhetoric. Subic Bay will become a focal point of U.S.-China rivalry, raising tensions in the South China Sea. Southeast Asian neighbors will watch closely, balancing hopes for stability with fears of escalation. U.S. allies like Japan and Australia will welcome the move as a reinforcement of regional order. For global trade, the base offers security for shipping lanes, but also the risk of conflict. This is more than a military installation. It's a defining moment for the U.S.-Philippines alliance and the Indo-Pacific. As 2027 approaches, the world will watch to see if this new base brings peace or new confrontation.